You are listening to a Transreal News special report with Brian Rideout. Hi everyone, it's Brian Rideout, creator of Transreal News. I can't believe in 2 months I've managed to get to a 30th episode. This has been a really amazing and wild ride for me. A huge part of the goal of this project has been to try to challenge myself as a storyteller, to try and tell a story that still has some meaning and some interest from a highly limited framework. Daily news programs are an amazingly complicated topic. They often report you dry facts, and while they try their best to create human interest, the only way they often can do that is by showing you misery and pain. They don't do a great job of making you care about people or about events in the world. Creating my weird cast of misfits and making it hard for them to keep their opinions to themselves sometimes is a big part of what made Transreal News fun for me. Most of the time, you're seeing events from a distance, or hearing about them in a structured interview. It's harder to care about things like the Australian outback being taken over by man-eating plants, if you don't get to see a character you care about be eaten. And so I'm trying very hard as I go to create just little elements and little points of interest, little slips of the tongue and tonal shifts to try and still tell a story that matters. And one of my favorite tools for that has been the advertisements. Now, just as I'm trying to make some commentaries about news media, I have a lot I'd love to say about advertisements, and I don't want to be boring and go on proselytizing my ideas about them. Instead, I've been using commercial breaks as a way to build up the world, to add some tone and some emotion, to introduce and play with characters who don't get to be on the news as often. And while I'm at it, I'm hoping they add some emotional context to the world, especially as it's very clear that the characters don't really like running the ads, and that often they have feelings about the sources they're advertising that they can't speak out loud for one reason or another. There's a lot of tension in the story, at least I hope there's a lot of tension in the story, between the advertising and the people who have to report around the advertising, and often who have to choose what they report because of the advertising. And of course, the ads aren't just a framing device, they're there to tell a story too. Many sources have multiple ads, and you can hear the organization evolve based on how they're advertising, what they're advertising, and, while they're at it, the quality of the ad. And so for this episode, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit down and rearrange the ads so that they tell the story in a more clear and linear fashion. And hopefully give you a laugh while we're at it. At the end, I'm going to add in some more bonus material. Nothing in this episode is going to move the plot ahead on its own, although you might catch a few things re-listening to the ads in a different order. Most importantly, I hope you get a chance to enjoy them again. Thank you for listening.
Beware, listeners, for now we shill for one of our corporate sponsors.
Do you rule a population of unruly free thinkers and individualists? Are you having trouble getting the slavish devotion or cowering obedience that you were hoping for? Are you worried that your serfs might still rise up if you strip them of those last pesky rights they think they have? Worry no longer. Call Justin Black Cultural Engineers. We can safely crush your masses without swinging a single truncheon using safe and simple tools like television and social media. Get your underlings licking your boots and thinking it was their idea. Call Justin Black Cultural Engineering today.
Are you tired of worrying? Are you feeling depressed or frustrated with the world around you? Do you wish it could all just be a little kinder? So do we. Unfortunately, peace of mind has just never been profitable for governments, corporations, or lower planar constructs. Until now. We here at Aftapotty want to sell you a kinder, gentler world. That's why we created Rejoice. Simply consume our patented Rejoice meme complex through one of 7 convenient vectors, including pills, subliminal video content, books, enthusiastic debate with one of our certified adjustment technicians, direct-to-brain download, genetically modified organic meat-free jerky substitute, or Gnostic revelation, and feel all the worry and fears slip away to be replaced by a calming, kind, delusional psychocosm. Why feel oppressed by the world when you can escape it in a comfortable catatonic state? After party. Feel better. Warning. Product may be habit-forming. Vaporix.
Vaporix changed my life. My alchemy lab is just not complete without it.
Vaporix has made me a better slayer of men. Thanks to Vaporix, I have the fear and respect of my underlings within the Horde.
Vaporix made us sexier. Dude, many shall know the love of the high. Thanks to Vaporix.
I just can't get enough of Vaporix.
Vaporix. It will make everything better. A product of the Product Company, formerly Vaporsoft. May not be available in most areas.
Are you tired of mind control that doesn't seem to care how you feel? Is television, music, and the internet leaving you feeling cold? Do the relentless demands of the elite to think and feel a specific way form a great weight on your shoulders? For hundreds of lonely young men, it certainly seems so. Maybe it's time you try something new. At Loving Perception, we want you to feel good about being told what to feel. That's why we are offering you a totally new, more enjoyable way to be controlled. With love. We make gynoids that look and feel so real you won't be able to tell them from the girl next door. They will cuddle you and keep you warm, cook your meals, and make love to you every morning and night. All you need to do in return is talk to them and let them share the thoughts we put into her head. Listen to her whisper a better way to see the world as she presses her warm body against yours in the afterglow of another session of lovemaking full of laughter and smiles. Forget why you wanted to throw your phone in the lake as she texts you sweet messages and saucy photos. Never feel lonely or unwanted ever again. Loving Perception. We want you to want what we want.
Starting this summer, on the Reverse Network, meet Serge, a brain in a jar with a sweet, sunny personality, and not a violent bone in his body. And meet Dr. Ravapendra, an expert on both artificial intelligence and hallucinogenic drugs.
I'm so confused. Maybe if I just sit here and pray for a bit, this will all start to make sense.
Watch as Dr. Ravapendra and his guests create incredible new realities to cast Serge into that will test his mental fortitude and commitment to his personal beliefs.
So, what are we thinking today? How about a world with a shortage of food and water? And we make him responsible for caring for a 9-year-old girl. Not bad. Perhaps we can take it up a notch. Remember, his reality is what we make it. All right. How about it being ravaged by giant centipedes and ruled by a cult that worships them? Now that is what I was looking for. Creativity. Just stay up there in the rocks, Annie. It'll be all right. I think we can find a way to make this work for us. Hey, do you think we can eat giant centipede?
See the show where sadism meets Cartesian philosophy. Mindbender. Only on Reverse.
Do you watch television, read magazines, consume legacy media news, read government white papers, use public transit, or even just walk along advertisement-choked city streets? I suspect the answer is yes. Then you're being subjected every day to manipulative memes designed to distort your view of reality to suit some other person's agenda. While it can help to assume that almost anything said by the government, television, or respected academics since 1930 is utter bullshit, it often isn't enough. Which is why we invented the Lunatic Calm Meme Shield. This device detects the microqueal that people transmit every time they say something deliberately false or stupid. The comfortable headphones and smart glasses then filter out manipulative bullshit so you don't have to. Graphic memes are replaced by a collection of soothing natural images and passages from the Tripitaka. Auditory memes are dubbed over with a collection of soothing natural sounds. And subliminal messaging is always accompanied by an enduring flash of red light or a ringing sensation in your ears. The Lunatic Calm Meme Shield will prevent others from imposing their false consciousness on you. Warning, operators may find themselves rendered temporarily blind or deaf during operation. Do not use while walking in urban areas or shopping malls. Do not use while operating a motor vehicle. May become locked during university classes or if subjected to television news. May be habit-forming. Not recommended for parties, political rallies, or psychotherapy sessions. Consult your local Gen X slacker to see if Lunatic Calm is right for you. May improve pinball performance. May be prohibited in some regions.
No, hurry up. I am a very busy man. We must get this done in one take. What? Is already rolling? Good. Hello, I am Professor Fleischmesser of Minions Incorporated. What? No! Who let Timmy out of his cage? Scheiße! Nein! Timmy! Back, I say! Und stay there! Ah, yes, very. At Minions Incorporated, we make you the creatures of your dreams. For guard duty, protection, friendship, or even love. Choose from a range of components and materials, from cold, hard metal to soft, warm, yielding flesh, to something in between. We will create the creature you have been looking for. Contact us by email at info@minionsinc.alty for more information. Good, there. Now I must pack up. I'm late for my D&D game. No, I will not do another take. No, it is not less important. D&D is the very reason I got into crafting of abominations in the first place. My first creation was an owlbear. He's right there in the cage. Hello, Beaky. Oh, he's a DC. Ah, Timmy!
Come on up to the minions and so let's create the perfect monsters for you. We got robots of steel and gears to keep you safe and ward away your fears. We've got goals made precision and art. No TV, plastic and one is beating heart. Our best that will guard your house and home. With Minion Ink pals, you'll never feel alone. We've got armies of replicating dolls. Get 2 more each time one of them falls. We've got robots built with perfect minds. They'll get you where you're going, exactly on time. Come on down to the Minion Zoo, guaranteed to have a friend feel. Come up the unship, protection, work or love. We've got the creature that's been dreaming of. In to talk, Dr. F wants to help you find the creature to make your dreams come true. Come on in to talk, Dr. F wants to help you. Find the creature to make your dreams come true.
And now a message from Retrograde Dynamics. Are you tired of a world where people are stiff and afraid to offend? Are you bored with reality television and slice-of-life comedy? Do you wish there were more tits on TV? So do we. At Retrograde Dynamics, we are turning back the clock, creating products, events, and even pocket realities built on vibrations and products of better, simpler times. Have your own home cast back to the 1980s. Watch movies from reanimated greats like Roger Corman and Alfred Hitchcock as they should have been. Or simply read smut collected from the sauciest authors in history. Retrograde Dynamics. Why live in the past? Because the future sucks. Are you sick of leading an ordinary life? Are you reasonably young, fit, and attractive? Have you ever wished for superpowers? Retrograde Dynamics is looking for volunteers for our superhuman augmentation projects. Stick to that day job if you want, or find work reimagining classic media in one of our many entertainment departments by day. And by night, magically transform into a laser sword-wielding vigilante hero, like in the comics and anime back when they both went harder. Come be a badass with Retrograde Dynamics. Apparently, we take volunteers now.
友達と一緒に夜は我慢するよ
The latest release from Japan's newest supergroup is here. Sabaku no Ken Otome presents Clash, with instant global top 10 hits like Transform.
特別な誰かになれるのです変身夢のようにうつつじめないひねりと存在がついによりなりしたあなたが私を必要とする人に足を立ててください私をヒーローは形にしてください変身
Hear J-pop the way it was at its peak. Intense songs telling the true stories of real superheroes.
時間を戻せたらいいのにもう手遅れですか怪物になった自分から逃れるためそれとも永遠にそれと共に生きなければならないのでしょうか捕まった時私はただの愚か者でしたそこに何があるのかわかりませんでした今私は自分の立場を肩のし次を持ち彼らを切り倒しました
Sabaku no Ken Otome's Clash, coming June 4th from Retrograde Records.
As a loved one recently passed on, are you facing an untimely demise? Are you simply frightened of the inevitable? You needn't be. At Tulafala, we specialize in returning the dead to life for very reasonable prices. Light an effigy of... by the light of the full moon, and be contacted within 24 hours by one of our sales creatures. From there, we can set you up with a plan to let you cheat death or return a loved one from the great unknown, with only mild memory loss and a few short-term side effects. Just hear this shining endorsement from one of our most recent customers. When a mad barbarian stabbed me for asking questions, I didn't just think I was done for, I really was done for. But thanks to Tulafala, I'm back in the land of the living, and should be ready to get back to my old life in just a few days. Best necromancers in the world. Thanks, Tulafala. Tulafala, you have nothing left to lose.
When dad's got you down and you're feeling blue, Tomo Fala's here, we've got the spell for you. Resurrection services, affordable and fair. Bring back your loved ones, no need to despair. Tomo Fala, we're the necromancers for hire. Bringing back the dead with a little fire. We'll raise them up, though there may be some quirks. Come to Tomo Fala, we got the magic that works.
Have you recently been raised from the grave and have a problem with a violent, poisonous alien life form sharing your body? At the House of the Echoes of Light, we offer safe, painless nether parasite removal through proven exorcism techniques. Come visit us in one of our many locations across the United States, Canada, Mexico, the UK, France, Switzerland, Australia, or Japan, and say goodbye to your unwelcome passenger. Everything magical comes at a cost, and sometimes that cost can be severe. If something seems to be too good or too miraculous to be true, then there are probably hidden strings attached. At the House of the Echoes of Light, we want to make magic as transparent as we possibly can. That is why we offer resurrection services that are safe and affordable, but come with sacrifices, be those literal or in the form of curses you will have to live with for the rest of your life. If you are grieving, come talk to us, and let us help you determine if necromancy is right for you, or if grief counseling might be a better fit. The House of the Echoes of Light. Magic, clarity, compassion.
Have you recently suffered from a loss of limb or even life, but can't afford the state-of-the-art technological repairs to get you back on your feet and feeding your family? Cybernetic enhancements and repairs can be expensive these days. That's why Donna's Used Cybernetics offers you a chance to buy a second-hand bionic limb or implant. We will even resize the implants so that they are close to your original proportions and give you the software to calibrate them yourself. We make replacing limbs, accessing cutting-edge wetware, and even revivification services affordable to the everyday person. Come by and consult with one of our medical technicians today. Donna's Used Cybernetics. Everyone deserves a second chance. Do you have a bionic limb, eye, or sophisticated brain implant that you don't want? After everything that's happened in California and British Columbia, lots of people are finding themselves changed in ways they didn't necessarily consent to. They were transformed to fit a local paradigm shift, and as reality begins to settle, they aren't turning back as they hoped they would. At Donna's Bionics Removal, we understand just how traumatizing and confusing this can be, and we want to help. Come by one of our removal clinics in Night City, Nova Angeles, or New Las Vegas, and help us help you get back to being the you that you want to be. We offer deactivation of cybernetics and the removal of bionic parts, and replace your lost tissue with cloned parts we culture from your own tissue while you wait at one of our safe, back-to-human retreats. In just 2 weeks, you'll be back to your old self again with no visible scarring or chance of rejection. Donna's Bionics Removal. Let us bring you back to the way you were. Times are hard all over the West Coast right now. If you aren't in one of the futuristic cities and can't eat televistic slime, you may be hard-pressed to find an affordable meal. We want to help. At Donna's Long Pig, we serve only ethically sourced, cloned meat that was never from a real creature. It is safe, affordable, and guaranteed to be free of hormones, pesticides, and nanotechnology. Donna's Long Pig. Healthy eating at a healthy price.
Do you enjoy the sweet, sweet agony that comes from eating excessively spicy food? Do you crave an unhealthy amount of salt because of your unbalanced modern diet? Do you care nothing about healthful eating or the origin of the ingredients or your own hormonal balance? Good. Nobody likes a wimp. Try Atomic Salsa, designed specifically to make the act of eating chips and salsa or nachos so spicy it's literally painful. Atomic Salsa is so hot it actually wipes out nearly all other flavor experiences and renders you a weeping, sniveling mess. Made entirely from GMOs and synthetic ingredients, it holds almost no nutritional value. But it adds a massive amount of salt to your diet thanks to all the monosodium glutamate. Be the first of your friends to show the balls to bring home a jar and eat some ironically for a laugh. Then dare them to try some so you can bask in their lamentations and confessions that they can't take it as hot as you. Atomic Salsa will burn your face off. From the creators of Atomic Salsa, introducing the Eruptor, a scorpion pepper-based hot sauce laced with peyote and cannabis. The Eruptor will launch you up to a dimension of exquisite fiery pain like a volcano of enlightenment, and then cleanse your body through digestive catharsis. Scourge the body and the soul and reach a state of fiery purification with your next plate of wings.
The Eruptor. We'll burn away your karma.
From the makers of Atomic Salsa and the Eruptor comes a flavor sensation like no other. California Primal Salad Dressing. Made with ingredients harvested from the primordial swamps of Northern California. And killer tomatoes harvested from the streets of the post-apocalyptic Santa Clara Valley. This barbarian recipe from our murky future past makes your salad an adventure through time and space. California Primal Salad Dressing. Eat like a warrior.
Well, hey, Bob. What you packing there?
Well, howdy, Ashley. This here's my new Hyper-Manly 2000 Annihilator.
Well, gee, Bob, that is one hell of a big weapon, but it ain't always the size that counts.
Ashley, when you've been wandering the noosphere as long as I have, you meet all kinds of beings that want to eat you, possess you, clone you, or worse. You don't always have time to do a basic thelemic test to figure out which ones know the law. And some of them can only be hurt with silver, cold iron, or psychic powers. A fella's boot knife can only get him so far.
And how does your big gun help with that?
The Hyper-Manly 2000 fires psychically charged slugs made of one hell of a mix of herbs and metals. It'll put a basketball-sized hole in anything. It's how I protect myself against anything that might want to eat me.
And what about the things that want to eat me?
Oh, it's too late for that. Hyper-Manly. Big guns for real men.
Dang it, Bob. Surrounded by killer cactoids again.
They are getting to be a real nuisance, aren't they?
Ow, dang it! That's 3 more needles you're gonna have to pull out of my rump today. This crowbar just ain't doing the trick.
Here, let's get up on this rock for a minute. I think it's time to give you your birthday present a little early.
What? Now? Surrounded by monsters? Bob, that's a little kinky for even me.
Not that present, no. I got you something else for travel.
Say, ain't that a Hyper-Manly box? Bob, with my petite frame, I can't handle one of your guns. Dang, you broke my wrist last time.
Just open it, darling, while I remove these needles.
What's this?
That's the Hyper-Manly Battle Babe 700, a weapon for petite ladies such as yourself, with all the firepower of Hyper-Manly's best, but with a small, gel-padded grip, slide and counterweight, ventilation, and a mount for 3 different sights.
Cleaning kit, oil, love the holster. Does this really take Dave's Volt ammunition like your Annihilator?
4 glorious demon-smashing rounds. Here, try it out.
Now that felt good. And no more cactoids. That is one hell of a gift, Bob. And now that we're safe, come here.
Whoa! Hyper-Manly.
Because stopping power's a girl's best friend. Dang, Bob. I can't find anywhere safe to put down the blanket, and I definitely need a picnic about now.
It's a pretty big mess, Ashley. Mutants, monsters, alien landscapes. It can be dang hard to find a place for a little al fresco fun right now.
Well, what are we gonna do, Bob? We have a hell of a long ways to go before Tombstone, and I'm feeling anxious.
I'll tell you what we're gonna do, Ashley. We're gonna set down the Apocalypse Incorporated God Dog to cover us so we can relax and enjoy a little us time.
What, that little old backpack you've been carrying around? How's that gonna help?
Just watch.
How'd that even all fit in there?
The Apocalypse Guard Dog here is an articulated robot sentry, equipped with sensors that reads its surroundings using sophisticated AI. If it's moving and it don't belong, it'll send out a warning. Or if I tell it to, it'll just shoot.
But how do we keep it from shooting us, Bob?
Well, Ashley, it can be programmed with a whole suite of safety settings. Like, for instance, I can set it to read irreality, so that anything that doesn't belong in our reality just gets shot on principle. And it takes a range of ammunition types. I can put in a magazine of hypermanly Deus Volt ammunition, and there ain't gonna be anything from anywhere except Earth that can bother us.
But Bob, you know I like to use hive soaps. Couldn't it mistake me for an alien?
No fear, Ashley. You can also wear one of these friend or foe tags, and the guard dog will know that I consider you someone to be protected at any cost.
Do I have to wear it?
Sure, but you don't have to wear anything else.
I like that.
You see, we don't have to worry about a thing with the guard dog covering us.
Perfect. Now come here and get my shirt off.
With pleasure. The Apocalypse Incorporated guard dog.
Keeping you safe so you can focus on the important things. Announcing the hottest guide to astral travel, chaos magic, time manipulation, bull data, and applied karma that has ever been written. Getting Laid Across the Multiverse. Written by your favorite psychic cowboy, Bob Harmon.
And his clever, streetwise, and nymphomaniacal partner, Ashley Clow.
Getting Laid Across the Multiverse is a guide to the 37 most visited planes of existence. What they are, how to get to them, and what perils you may face.
But with an emphasis on the practical. We'll tell you how to earn a quick buck, what to bring for barter, how to find a safe place to stay, how to quickly identify and neutralize common threats, and most importantly, how to make friends and get laid without paying on each plane.
Stacked with easily memorized acronyms, spells, rhymes, tips, and tactics, Getting Laid Across the Multiverse is a practical hands-on guide to staying safe and having fun when you need a break from life on Earth.
Step out of reality and see what the noosphere has hidden under all them clothes.
Coming soon to a bookstore near you.
It's the Lulu and Tuscaroo Show. Hey kids, come join me and my buddy Tuscaroo as we teach you how to be happy in a world full of irreality.
And how to stay safe, too.
Lou and I will take you on all kinds of fun adventures. We'll hear about the plains with Cowgirl Ashley.
And explore strange places like the lost Homerin cities, at least in our imaginations.
Along with songs and crafts like do-it-yourself Time Barbarian Woad and static-colored slime that looks just like the real thing.
Come and see us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on the Trans Reality News Network channel.
I hope that gave you a great laugh. To finish off this episode, I wanted to share one of my favorite pieces of background noise. Back in episode 21, you heard all the chaos going on in the studio in the 3 minutes leading up to the show. I had a great deal of fun going back to my old days as a TV host, and grabbing that kind of chaotic, wild sound that was happening and then would just disappear as people were getting ready to get on the air. In the background, I have Torg talking on a cell phone to the freelance police and his father. It's the one track that never comes into full audio focus. I really just wanted it to add some extra babble, but I had a lot of fun with it and got quite a few laughs. I wanted to offer that couple of phone calls in their entirety without any of the other tracks over top of them.
Ha! Indeed. You've done a wonderful job.
Now, I'm sure you'd agree that two fugitives don't constitute a cult.
Yes, I would consider all but two of them left no longer a cult.
Look, we'd track them down, but now we have an official job. I hate to leave necromancers on the loose, but I'm sure you understand.
I wish you could hunt them down too, but your chief must take priority, I understand. So, how many donuts should I be acquiring?
Based on our last weigh-ins, 300 pounds.
What? Outrageous!
Well, that's how much we weigh between us.
What?
Well, my little buddy here is almost 50.
No, he can't weigh that much. Surely you are trying to jest with me.
I wouldn't joke about donuts.
There is no way a 1 meter tall bunny weighs that much.
You wouldn't try to be breaking our deal, would you?
All right, get him on video. Put him on a scale for me.
There, you happy now?
By the third moon, how did he get that heavy? Has he been training for this?
A stack of pancakes every day.
He has.
Look, pal, what I put in my body is none of your business.
I should think if I promised your weight in donuts, your diet would be of great concern to me.
I don't think you want to mess with us there, barbarian boy.
Same to you, pal.
We are deadly serious.
Yes, you'll get your donuts. Keep your ears on. Hello, Dad?
Torg!
Yes.
Your calls are too few, son. We eagerly await your next broadcast.
Yes, I know. It's only a few minutes to showtime. I'm glad you're listening.
And you to bring glory through truth.
I will bring us glory, as always. But I have a favor to ask.
If it is within my power.
Do you think you could raid a Krispy Kreme factory for me?
What is with this strange request?
I need 300 pounds of donuts.
Surely you're not trying to consume your feelings again.
No, I'm not stress eating again.
Do you wish to become rotund as you were as a child?
I'm well past my chubby phase and you know it, Dad. No, it's to pay off the warriors who hunted down those foul necromancers for me.
Perhaps I'd be more likely to honor your commands if you called your mother once in a while.
What? Okay. Look, it's nearly showtime. Do you think you could do this favor for me?
Fine, you shall have your fatty plunder.
Thank you, Dad. My love to Mom as well.
You tell that cur of a travel advisor that your mother is perfectly capable of snoo-snoo.
Goodbye. Toby, come here. I want to talk to you about the news brief.
Good news, Torg?
Yes, the freelance police came through. There are now only 2 members of Tulo Fala remaining. Look in this text message. It has the names.
Now that is a scoop. I will get it on the brief.
Let's plaster them on the news and make those curs run for the hills and quake in fear.
Let's. The Transreal News was created, directed, written, and performed by Brian C. Rideout, and produced by Stormhead Productions, and is released under a Creative Commons by Attribution, Non-Commercial 4.0 license. This episode of Transreal News included music and sound effects from Pixabay. The Tulofala jingle, Come On Up to the Minions Inc. Zoo, Clash, This Sword, and Transform were all written by Brian C. Rideout, and put to music using the Suno AI program available at suno.com. Find me there as Donut Elemental. For show notes or contact information, visit trans-real.stormheadproductions.ca or visit me on Twitter at transrealpod. I love hearing from my audience. If you have comments, questions, or an idea for a news article, please by all means drop me a voicemail. Check out my homepage and look for the heading Tell Me What You Think in the sidebar. Then just hit record to tell me what's on your mind. Thank you so much for listening.